It's day 2 of Walk Off the Weight, and we are walking ourselves strong today. Grab a moderate pair of dumbbells and let's go. All right, Killer Bees, let's get moving and grooving, and that means that we're getting started with some arm circles with high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. It's day 2, and I'm Paula B, your best middle-aged fitness friend, and we are walking off the weight this month, you guys. Today is gonna be a super, super fun and strong workout. And I want you to know, first of all, I meant to tell you to have your dumbbells completely out of the way. I've got mine over here on the chair next to Blossom, and I really want you to know that you don't have to have dumbbells. Today is perfectly acceptable to be done empty-handed, especially if you're relatively new to working out, and even if you're not. If you don't have an appropriate pair of dumbbells or an appropriate pair of whatever, you can do today with a couple of cans of beans, a couple of water bottles, a couple of candlesticks, a couple of nothing. You really, truly do not need to have dumbbells. If you do have dumbbells, I will tell you that I want you to keep them pretty moderate. I'd rather have you go too light than too heavy. Again, my theory for you is that we are going to be doing something every single day. And if you are way too sore to move tomorrow, you're not going to want to work out. And I've got a great one planned for us tomorrow. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. So help yourself to doing something that maybe feels easier than you think. I would always, always, always rather have you go too easy, because you do not have to work hard to lose weight, my friends. And the thing is that even with too easy, you can actually still gain fitness. It's kind of amazing to me how our bodies want to get better at things. Even without pushing very hard, we can see gains in our fitness. We can see gains in our health. We can see changes in our bodies. So don't feel like you need something. If you do want something and you'd like to, you're welcome to go over to Amazon and get my 3-pair set. I love these dumbbells. They're coated in whatever it is they're coated in, and it makes them really easy to grip, and there's a variety of sizes. Was that all for you today, Blossom? Okay. All right. That's all she's got. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes, because welcome to my home, you guys. Today's workout is going to be fast-paced, meaning that we're moving between exercises very quickly, and I'm going to tell you that it does not mean that we have to move fast. We're aiming for something very moderate, and we're actually really thinking about different speeds of exercises today. Here's what it looks like. I've got the handy-dandy gym boss here, set for intervals of 20 seconds. We're going to do walking, and then we're going to do some other low-impact cardio. Absolutely no jumping, no transitions to the ground today. Then we're going to do 20 seconds of weights. There is no rest, which is why we're really thinking about our pace today, thinking about our speed, thinking about really always doing our best without pushing too hard. Let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. I've got the timer here for 20 seconds. We're going to get started with walking. When it beeps, we're going to do something I call windmill tap back. So this is kind of like an extended warm up here with getting into our walking pace. When it beeps, we're going to do windmill tap backs, which means that we're going to have our hands and feet nice and wide. We're going to reach our opposite hand down towards our opposite foot. And I'm already going to warn you that after the windmill tap backs, we're going to grab our dumbbells. Don't worry if it takes a couple of seconds. We're not trying to get in a million reps today. We are going to be doing side step press-ups, which means that we're going to have the dumbbells starting at our shoulders. We're going to step to the side and press up that same side of the dumbbell up overhead. So we're stepping out to the side and pressing up, and then coming back, pressing out to the side and coming up. Actually pressing up and stepping out to the side. When it beeps again, we're coming back to walking. So again, take that second or two to put your dumbbells down nicely. Here's what happens. Here's something I see all the time, my friends. We're right back to walking. You don't always get injured while you're doing an exercise. People frequently get injured when they're picking their weights up or putting them back down. Think about pulling in your core. When it beeps again, we're going to do curtsy jacks, which means that we're going to have our hands up overhead. They're going to be doing jumping jacks, but there's no jumping today. And we're going to come down into a curtsy lunge. Now, if you don't like lunging or squatting, my friend, feel free to simply kick out to the side or just step back and out a little bit. We do not have to go deep into a curtsy lunge if you don't want to. When it beeps again, we're going to grab those dumbbells. We're going to do a front punch side kick, which is exactly what it sounds like. We're punching to the front while kicking with our opposite leg. This is going across your body. So we're really thinking about pulling in your core, punching to the front, kicking out to the side. Now this is not cardio. I know that we were moving kind of quickly for the other two things and you're thinking, oh, I have to move fast. No, we're moving slow for this. And now we're going back to walking. Okay, so you see how quickly this is moving today. This is why I don't want you to worry about how much we're getting done. It's like 2 or 3 reps of each thing. That's exactly what I wanted for us. When it beeps again, we're doing something called punch down tap outs. We're gonna punch down while we tap out. So punching down, tapping out, punching down and tapping out. When it beeps again, we're gonna grab those dumbbells and we're gonna do deadlifts. You're gonna have your feet about hip width apart. You're gonna roll those dumbbells down the fronts of your legs while really thinking about pushing your hips back while really driving the motion through your glutes. Core is going to be pulled in tight. Back is going to be super duper straight. We're only going to get done, like maybe 2, maybe 3 of these? That's exactly what I want for us. You guys, this month, we're going to learn how to do things in small doses. You and I have spent our entire lives trying to do too much, too often, too manys. Let's go ahead and go back to walking. I am a girl of excess, and so I totally understand that you'd rather push harder, you'd rather do more, you'd rather get more done, you'd rather work out longer. We're just taking things in little baby steps. When it beeps again, we're going to do something I call day breaks. Hands are going up overhead. They're just rolling from side to side while we're tapping our feet from side to side. There's a much longer story here about why I call these day breaks. The short version of it is that reminds me of the song by Barry Manilow called Daybreak. When it beeps again, we're going to grab those dumbbells and we're going to do a side raise high knee. Again, going across your body. So when one knee comes up, the opposite arm is raising out to the side. Really think about pulling in your core, standing up straight and tall, having your back straight. The leg that you're standing on, that knee, is soft but strong, which means that you're not locking your knee. Your arm is raising to about shoulder height, and now we're putting those dumbbells down and we're coming back to walking. Now here's the thing. We're going to make it through this whole circuit of exercises twice today. So anything that didn't get done this first time around, first of all, never worry about it. And second of all, really don't worry about it when it beeps again. We're doing something I call dancing X's. We're going to make a nice big X with our body. Hands are wide, feet are wide. We're going to crunch and meet in the middle. Elbow coming to your opposite knee, one side at a time. Really thinking about that balance. Pull it in your core even while we are doing some nice good cardio. When it beeps again, we're going to be doing a reverse lunge curl, which means that we're going to step back. You do not have to come into a full lunge. You're going to have your elbows locked into your side. Here, let me step to the side so you can see. We're going to step back while we do a biceps curl. Step back with the other foot while we do a biceps curl. If you don't like lunges and squats, my friends, you can always feel free to simply do a kick, or in this case, just raising your leg behind you. Go ahead and come on back to walking. You actually never have to do any of the exercises that I'm doing, like literally ever. You could just have me on for conversation and company, and you could be doing your own thing. When it beeps again, we're doing something I call half jacks, which is literally half of a jumping jack. Your right half and your left half. So your arm and your leg are going out and flinging up overhead at the same time. Not your leg, just your hand is flinging up overhead. And then when it beeps again, we're doing bent over rows. Going to grab those dumbbells. You're going to really think about having your back nice and straight. Your hips are going to push back behind you. While your hips are back, that'll naturally bring your torso forward. And we're going to row those dumbbells up to your armpits and back down again. Really think about relaxing your neck on this one. Keeping your neck nice and neutral and really bringing that work into your butt and your big swimmer muscles in your back called your latissimus dorsi. And that was it. Here we go back to walking. My friends, I know, I told you this was fast moving today. Here's the thing about this month. We're challenging a little bit at a time, all kinds of systems. Today, kind of challenging the brain. When it beeps again, we're going to do wide open side kicks. We're going to have our hands at chest height with our elbows at shoulder level. We're going to open up our arms nice and wide. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, while kicking out to the side. I'm choking on myself. When it beeps again, we're going to do a forward tap, high curl. which is exactly what it sounds like. You're gonna have your hands at that same level. We're gonna step forward with a high curl and step forward, and I'm gonna stop talking. Oh my gosh, and catch my breath. Really making sure that you've brought in your core. Elbows are at shoulder height. Whew, and then put those dumbbells down. Go ahead and walk again. You guys, when it beeps again, we're doing one of my favorite exercises in the world, is drinky bird jacks. A drinky bird is a single leg deadlift. All you're gonna do is balance on one leg while you're doing jumping jacks. As you're gonna tip forward, you're gonna naturally tip forward while you bring your other leg up behind you. Your hands are doing jumping jacks. This is not meant to be a test. I know lots of us don't love this one. When it beeps again, you're gonna have those dumbbells in your hands. They're gonna be at shoulder height. Your arms are actually just gonna stay in one position. You're gonna bring your leg up and out to the side with your elbows out to the side as well. And you're gonna crunch, trying to bring your knee all the way to that same elbow. On this side. You're doing a little bit of a side bend here, but make sure you're not curling forward into it. Really thinking about standing up straight and tall, putting those dumbbells down nicely and coming back to walking. Okay, you guys, this is the last little triplet of exercises. We're walking, and then we're doing rainbow jacks, which means that we're gonna have our hands going up overhead, kind of like those day breaks, but we're gonna bring up one knee, kind of like those oblique crunches. So we're doing rainbow jacks next. And then here we go. I'm really thinking about whether or not I'm gonna choke anymore, you guys. This is what happens when I talk the entire time. I know. The rainbow jacks, making sure that you're really pulling in your core. When it beeps again, we're gonna do a front raise squat. Now again, if you don't like squats, just do some kind of a kick. It doesn't matter which direction you kick, like it truly does not matter. We're gonna have our hands at our sides here. We're gonna come down in a squat, and as we come up, we're gonna raise those dumbbells directly in front of us to right about shoulder height. You guys, when it beeps again, we're gonna squat. When it beeps again, we're gonna still be squatting here. Or rather, we're still squatting until it beeps again. When it beeps again, we're going back to walking. This is round 2. That was everything. You've seen all of the exercises. It doesn't get any more complicated or any more coordinated than this. When it beeps again, we're doing those windmill tap backs. Hands are wide, feet are wide, reaching your opposite hand down towards your opposite foot while tapping back on that same side. Now here's the thing. I always say towards your opposite foot. I literally cannot remember the last time I touched my foot. I'm not even really trying. I'm honestly just reaching down and thinking about having that other hand up so that we're getting our cardio in. When it beeps again, we're doing side step, press up. So when you step to the side, you'll press up with that same hand up overhead. So dumbbells at your shoulders here, stepping out, pressing up. Stepping out, pressing up. I hear you clickety clacketing, Blossom. I'm not sure if she's on camera. Blossom's walking around like she'd really like to go outside. Good thing this is not an especially long workout today, right? When it beeps again, we're coming right back to walking. Go ahead and put those dumbbells down nicely. Excellent job. I know this was a lot for us to really think about today. We've definitely got our brain engaged, which is truly one of the best things that you can do while you're working out. When it beeps again, we're doing those curtsy jacks. Again, don't feel like you have to curtsy. You are absolutely welcome to either just step to the side or kick to the side. If you'd like to, of course you can come down in a nice low, deep curtsy lunge. Always fine by me. When it beeps again, we're going to do that front punch, side kick, really thinking about going across our body, thinking about excellent form, really having your core pulled in. So front punch, side kick. This is where we're really thinking about going different speeds today. The walking is almost, I'm not going to call it a rest break because it's certainly not a rest, but it is sort of our lowest speed. Actually, the strength here is our lowest speed. Our walking is our medium speed, and then our low impact cardio is our highest speed. So when it beeps again, we're going to do those punch down, tap outs. We're going to punch down while we tap out to the side. So feel free to take all of these exercises at paces that make sense for you, for where you are on your fitness journey and on your day. I always want you to have energy left over at the end of our workout, so don't be knocking yourself out. When it beeps again, we're doing deadlifts. Gonna grab those dumbbells, gonna really think about keeping your back super duper straight while rolling those dumbbells down the fronts of your legs and squeezing from your glutes, my friends. Deadlifts are absolutely a lower body exercise. I know you've got the weights in your hands, but this is your booty and your hamstrings, the backs of your legs, doing all the work. This is what I was telling you about yesterday. Let's go ahead and go back to walking. Exercise is fantastic for shaping your body, getting you healthy, helping you feel good. It has virtually nothing to do with losing weight, which is why it's our best bet to simply have fun and enjoy the exercises. We're doing day breaks now, so hands are going up overhead while we tap from side to side, singing that Daybreak song by Barry Manilow and picturing myself as a very young child in the back seat of my Aunt Marty's very tiny car with 6 kids in it. When it beeps again, we're doing that side raise high knee. Again, going across your body on this one. So whichever knee is raising up, the opposite hand is raising out to the side, getting that hand to about shoulder height, wherever you can get to, depending on your weights. If you have found at this point in the workout that your weights were actually a little too heavy, go unweighted for the rest of it. I would so much rather have you, go ahead and put your weights down, come back to walking. I would so much, always rather have you get to the end of the workout and think, gee, that wasn't very much, than have you get to the end of the workout and go, oh my gosh, I hope I can move tomorrow. When it beeps again, we're doing dancing X's, hands and feet nice and wide, meeting in the middle between our knee and our elbow. Dancing like the letter X. And when it beeps again, we are doing curtsy curls. Excuse me, we are not doing curtsy curls. We are doing reverse lunge curls. I was trying to read like 3 different things at once. We're doing reverse lunge curls. So your elbows are going to be locked into your waist. And we're going to step back into either just a step back or a full lunge. Totally up to you. If you would rather not do any kind of a lunge at all, you can kick out to the side, you can kick to the front. My friends, I always want you to make the workouts work for you. It's always best to do whatever is in your wheelhouse. Here we are, right back to walking. Because here's the thing, if you get injured or you do too much or you feel exhausted afterwards, it's going to be really hard to exercise again tomorrow. And I've got a great workout for us tomorrow. When it beeps again, we're doing half jacks, which is literally what it sounds like, the right half and the left half. Nice and quick on this one. This is our low impact cardio. Low impact, but not exactly low intensity today. I know you've noticed when it beeps again. We are doing bent over rows. So you're going to grab those dumbbells, you're going to have your lower body stuck in a nice half bent position. Honestly, it's almost like half of a deadlift. Your back is super straight, your glutes are engaged. We're rowing those dumbbells up to your shoulders without shrugging them up. We're really thinking about squeezing from those big muscles in your back. When it beeps again, going to put our dumbbells down nicely and come back to walking. Awesome job. Now here's the thing. I know if you love strength training, you're like, wow, Paula, this is the shortest interval ever. I've never gotten enough like strength work here. But here's the great news about these relatively quick, simple workouts that we're doing. When it beeps again, we're doing wide open side kicks. So hands are at your shoulders here. Elbows are as high as your shoulders. We're opening up nice and wide, kicking out to the side. When it beeps again, we're going to be doing the tap forward high curls. So your arms are actually still in more or less this position. I know this was a lot of shoulder work for these 2 intervals in a row. I did that on purpose. I want to make sure that we're getting just the right amount of work. So tapping forward while we're curling high, tapping forward, throwing yourself off balance a little bit while we're doing strength like this is how we are working on our balance a little bit at a time. You're going to get so tired of hearing me say that this month. Go ahead and put those weights down, right back to walking. But it really is the magic to this method. We're never doing too much of anything. Moderation is tough, my friends. Don't get me wrong. I understand. I'm a girl who likes to do too much. Doing a little bit. Here we go with drinky bird jacks. And I know for some of these exercises, you're like, no, this was plenty. That was me tumbling out of it. Don't you worry about falling forward or sideways when you're doing these drinky bird jacks. You can help yourself to going a little bit less far over if you would rather. When it beeps again, we're going to do oblique crunches, and that was the end of the drinky bird jacks. Weights here at your shoulders, bringing that knee up to meet your elbow. Squeeze from your abs and obliques. Your obliques are the sides of your waist. Really thinking about standing up straight and tall, tipping to the side, a little bit of balance, a whole lot of squeeze. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is the thing, right back to walking. This is the thing, even in small doses, my heart rate is up, my balance is a little bit off, I'm starting to get that feeling like I've done a workout. When it beeps again, we're doing rainbow jacks. Hands are going to go up overhead from side to side, bringing up one knee at a time. Again, kind of squeezing here in the middle, thinking about excellent balance, thinking about pulling in your core even while we're moving quickly. And then when it beeps again, it's our last exercise. It's a front raise squat. So you're going to come down in a squat, and as we come up from it, dumbbells are going to be raised right in front of you using those nice big shoulder muscles. Again, if you'd rather not squat, feel free to kick instead. My friends, I never want you to do something that doesn't feel right to you. I do want you, however, to know that when it beeps again, we are done. We are absolutely done. Not quite finished. We are going to practice some balance, and I'm going to keep weights in my hands. Hands are going to go up overhead. We're going to bring down your opposite elbow towards your opposite knee. We are going back and forth, and we are keeping our hands up overhead, and we are doing this for 2 intervals. So we're moving slowly, we're pulling in our core. This is very slow moving balance work, really thinking about standing straight and strong, having that standing leg, that knee is soft, it's not locked. The next time it beeps is the very last time it's going to beep in this workout. We're going to put those weights down. We're not going to fall out of it too badly. Going to put the weights down for the very last time. Oh my goodness, my friends. Okay, let's do some tapping here and cool this down. You did such a great job. Let's go ahead and do some arm circles. I love cooling down after a workout and knowing that I did the exact right amount. I know if you are an experienced exerciser, you're like, well, I'm gonna do at least 2 more videos. My friends, please remember that the harder you work, the harder it is to lose weight. Here on screen, I am going to have an extended cool down for you, of course. I'm also going to link to the video where we talk about everything you need to know to lose weight successfully this month. Let's go ahead and do some arm openers, nice and wide. Open up your chest. Oh my gosh. And then close it up. Give yourself a hug and a pat on the back. What a great job you did today. I know that if you are brand new to exercise, that today was pretty fast paced. It was a little bit complicated. This is the fun thing about this month, is that there will be some workouts that are not easy, and some workouts that are, and some that challenge you in different ways. And that is exactly what I'm aiming for. Challenging you the exact right amount at the right time so that you can grow your skills while we are walking off the weight. My friend, make sure that you click the subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you tomorrow.